Hey everyone, welcome to the Mythtalk. Today's Mythtalk is a Halloween edition of Mythtalk on the Boogeyman. We're going to get right into it. The Boogeyman can be spelled various different ways. It is seen as a English or British English spelling differences. Pronounced Boogeyman is a common allusion to a mythical creature in many cultures used by adults to frighten children into good behavior. The monster has no specific appearance, and conceptions about it can vary drastically from household to household within the same community. In many cases, he has no set appearances in the mind of an adult or child, but is simply a non-specific embodiment of terror. Parents may tell their children that if they misbehave, the boogeyman will get them. Boogeyman may target a specific mischief, or instance, a boogeyman that punishes children who suck their thumbs or generally misbehavior depends on what purpose needs serving. In some cases, the boogeyman is nicknamed for the devil. Boogeyman tales varies of regions. The boogeyman is usually a masculine entity, but can be any gender or simply be androgynous. In various different cultures, the boogeyman can be called various different things, including Sackman, El Coco, Babu, the Budzulman, Bala, among others. In Southeast Asia, the term is popularly supposed to be referred to Bugis or Buginese pirates, ruthless seafarers of southern Indonesia, third largest island. These pirates often played against English and Dutch trading ships of the British East India Company and Dutch East India Company. It is popularly believed that this resulted in the Europe sailors bringing the fear of the boogeyman back to their home countries. However, etymologists disagree with this because words relating to boogeyman were in common use centuries before Europe colonization of Southeast Asia. Etymologists believe the word boogie is believed to be derived from the Middle English bogey or boogie or hobgoblin, and is generally thought to be a coordinate of a German bogie or bogleman. The word could also be linked to many similar words in the European languages, including bustleman, a related word, bugbear, from bug meaning goblin or scarecrow, and bear was imagined as a demon in the form of a bear that eats small children, and was also used to mean a general object of dread. The word bugaboo, with a similar pair of meanings, may have arisen as an alternative of bugbear. Here's a short origin story of the boogeyman. Now, these may vary because there are different boogeymans out there. But it does get to the point, and I do gotta say it's quite interesting. But I do not own this video. This is from YouTube, and it's from a YouTuber that is known as the Boogeyman. So it is published on March 27, 2015. And so I do not own this video. All rights go to him or her. So here we go.
The truth is infinitely more mundane. The only noticeable difference I had from anyone else's childhood was an undiagnosed condition. depression is kind of a pain in the arse. Unreasonable and unjustifiable sadness flows like a river. It'd be funny in its ridiculousness if it wasn't so destructive. Learning to control my emotions is only a valuable lesson. Here, put this lobster down in your pants. Okay. Emotions get in the way. They're just, more often than not, horrible. Of course, being human, regardless of what I'm told, I have predispositions. And one of the most predominant in my life is, you guessed it, horror. Which brings us to the beginning of my journey. Hunting down horror films, I came across one called The Possession of Michael King. The movie is about a man who tries to debunk the supernatural by summoning a demon. His logic is when it does not appear, it debunks summoning spirits. However, he gets all demon-possessed. I thought to myself, what if someone were brave enough to actually do that experiment? Of course, it would be uneventful. Since, demons and spirits and Santa Claus and musical politicians don't actually exist, they're all just tall tales. And that is my goal, to examine things people are too afraid to look into, to show how fear needlessly limits our ability to discover. I plan on going to some darker territory in the future, but where people cause suffering by being too afraid or too damn lazy to examine things for themselves, I'll do it.
Okay, that video was just a fun little look at things. It was just like a fun thing I thought I was going to show you guys. To celebrate Halloween, but let's get into our real origins of the Boogeyman. Most of us can easily recall being told scary stories as a child of a mysterious, creepy figure called the Boogeyman that hides in the closet or under the bed. During our formative years, any bump in the night was attributable to this ghoul that seemed to lurk around every corner. But what are the true origins of the Boogeyman? Where did this universal tale come from? Sometimes also called Boogeyman or Boogeyman, the word originates from the Middle East English bogle, which means hobgoblin. Another early origin can be traced back to the word bugman, bear, which was once used to describe a goblin scarecrow bear mashup that haunted and ate small children. Also, every culture seems to have their own version of the creature in many different varieties of spelling, but one tie that binds is the use of the story behind it as a tool to scare small children into behaving. One of the most interesting things about the widely spread notion of the Boogeyman is that there's no one firmly established notion of what it is supposed to look like. The Boogeyman could easily be a boogie woman, for all we know. What's carried around from culture to culture is not the physical appearance of the creature, but what it can do. In America, it is mainly thought of a dark presence that hides in closets and under beds, and in other places such as Europe, the Caribbean, and parts of India and Asia, it is taken a bit further and believed to not only lurk around and scare children, but kidnap them and carry them off in a sack to chomp up and eat for dinner. In the 1800s, the term boogeyman was linked to an actual person named Albert Fish, who was born in 1870 in Washington, D.C. and grew up to be one of the most horrific killers to date. From the early age of 20, Fish gained a reputation for kidnapping young boys and doing terrible things to them that we'd rather not list in full here, but that the least of which included eating them. When asked about his evil habits, he once replied, "I never ate any roast turkey and tasted half as good." On January 16th of 1936, Fish was executed for his crimes, which put an end to the physical manifestation of the Boogeyman, but the myth and legend of it remains strong to this day. Boogeyman has become such a scene for the Halloween scene and such a scene to scare children into behaving that it's even became a part of various movies, including the Boogeyman has its own movies out, Boogeyman 1, 2, and 3, and among others, including the newer version of it being Sinister, or some people calling him Boogeyman. And among that includes various other movies here, as you can see, that are labeled as the Boogeyman. So that's going to end out our Halloween edition of this Myth Talk. I hope you guys had a ghoulish time, and we're going to move on. So next week's Myth Talk will be on none other than the one and only mythical creature known as mermaids. Have a great day. Peace. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure you stay good so you don't run into the Boogeyman.